ready for the second half of Spofest. And here is, to start off our second half, the one and only, Sedalia's own, Douglas Kiburz.
All right. Yeehaw! James has wrangled up some poets. He's wrangled up a few poets, so there's going to be some writing and some reading and some roping going on.
Wait, Doug?
Yeah?
Wait a minute, Doug.
Yeah?
It's poet laureate, not poet laureate.
Never mind.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Remembering and forgetting. If you were a kid growing up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, America was taken to the road in their car. And if you were a kid, you might play the license plate game, find as many states as you could, but you may have been introduced to poetry by 6 little red signs along the road, ending in Burma Shave. It was the first brushless shaving cream company, and they had different themes of their little poems: shaving, patriotism, safe driving, agriculture, things like drinking drivers enhance their chance to highball home in an ambulance. Every day we do our part to make your face a work of art. Use this cream a day or two. Don't call her, she'll call you. Cattle crossing, please drive slow. That old bull is some cow's beau. Let's make Hitler and Hirohito feel as bad as old Benito. Buy war bonds. And if you don't know whose signs these are, you haven't driven very far. So the Burma Shave poetry saved the Odell family company and inspired a generation of poets. Well, maybe one. Burma Shave, an American heritage. Forgetting. Some say our brain is like a data bank. It has limited capacity, and over time, it loses that capacity as information leaks out and forgetfulness seeks in, kind of like the cat that crept in, crapped, and crept out. But it goes back to the horse in Surrey, so if it happens to you, don't worry. With age does come wisdom from the brain, or so they say, but the neurons and synapses, they so often go astray. Like the name of Uncle Richie's wife, whom I held so dear, is now lost in Neverland and fails to reappear. And that hammer that I used on my project just last week, it must have walked on off or was playing hide and seek. I have looked high and low and traced my steps ×5. Now I doubt that I will find it whilst I am yet alive. I'm convinced that someone or thing stays out of sight, waiting to remove my stuff for spite. It happens much too often to be a random act, and my wits remain about me, and that is truth and fact. Yet when I went to water horses, did I close the gate up tight? I think I picked the grocery list, or there might be a fight. What time was I to get the mule all bridled up and saddled? Is my memory in my Stetson? Is my noggin getting addled? Well, I decided to catch the thief and put these thefts to bed. A plan boiled up in my thoughts and then stuck in my head. I'll make myself my shadow, partly hid but close at hand, and find who moves my stuff, and then in there I'll make my stand. So I read a sorcerer's book, said magic words and sprinkled dust. I did a dance and juggled yams and performed just what I must. Then I became almost invisible, but it was still just me, a spitting image shadow that no one else could see. I followed myself around a bit, every move and sway, and hummed to myself, Aerosmith's Walk This Way. I did not think it would take all that long for me to find the culprit who kept stealing stuff, and I'd paddle there behind. But what I found in my surveillance did take me by surprise. I was leaving stuff in places I could not believe my eyes. I was heading to the basement to reshelve my Viking hat, got sidetracked by my high-wheel bike and stopped to pet the cat. The phone chirped. I picked up and chattered for a time. Now where was I going next, and what was I to find? Saw my lucky coin by the door. Now how did it get there? Found one sock on the bedpost, but you know I need a pair. Was it Friday or Saturday we talked of paddling down the creek? Or maybe it was cowboy time. I might have the wrong week. My shadow self told me not to put things where I did. Won't be found in a million years. It be forever hid. So it was not a thief or burglar or naughty trickster elf. All this time, I'd been hiding treasures from myself. Age is sapping data storage as I meander toward the grave. I must keep life simple and not multitask. Burma shave.